Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So we are doing my March roundup, so let's take a look at what I've been playing throughout March. So we're starting off with the Metroid Prime Remaster. So this is the game I actually got the GameCube for, but I think I was actually too young to truly enjoy the game. It's a really well made remaster, really impressive at just how good the game looks. And I'm really hoping that we get to see the second and third game ported over. And it definitely feels a bit like Nintendo are trying to build that hype for Metroid Prime 4. So hopefully we get some news soon about what's going on with that fourth game. Next up then we've got Kirby Dreamland Deluxe. So disappointed with the price of the game, obviously in comparison to the Metroid Prime remaster, but it's another good entry into that Kirby series. It follows that classic formula, which, to be fair, is very difficult to get wrong with a Kirby game. And it's one of those games that you kind of want to say to people, just wait for a sale, but as Nintendo games don't really go on sale, you are going to have to pay £50 for this one. Just quickly, don't want it to sound as if I hated the game, because I did really enjoy the game. It's just the frustration that a great game in the Metroid Prime series remastered is £30, and then a Kirby game remastered is £50. Just doesn't make sense to me. That's all. That's a frustration with this game. Fatesworn then, this one I was really excited for. This is the Kingdom of Amalur DLC, which finally released on the Switch after a bit of a delay. Hopefully most of you will know that Kingdom of Amalur is one of my favourite games of all time. This has been a huge learning curve. All of my weapons from the original game are basically useless, so I've had to spend a lot of time changing weapons, changing armour sets as well. I finished the original game on level 22, but because the level cap has increased to 50 now, that feels like it's far too low. If you're not sure what the game is, so this is an action RPG, and it is pretty fast paced, the combat. That you can slow it down with larger weapons and bows and arrows. There is some stealth in there as well, but it's predominantly a very fast hack and slash RPG. The first impressions I'm getting from the DLC is that this is for hardcore fans. And with this obviously being one of my favourite games of all time, then I'm really grateful for having another 10 hours of story. But don't worry if you don't want to download the DLC, because the base game comes at around £30 and there is so many hours of gameplay on that as well. And it's just a fantastic game. Definitely a must own for the Switch. Next up then, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. I've been putting off playing this game for ages because of how different it was to the other games in the series, but I wish I hadn't. Such an underrated game, and I love that Rockstar decided to actually build a Grand Theft Auto game just for handheld systems, really focusing on the Nintendo DS console as well. We just don't see games being made just for handheld systems anymore, apart from obviously the Nintendo games. It's great that companies are porting games to the Switch, and we've had some great ports, but we've also had some absolutely awful ones. Can you imagine a Grand Theft Auto built from the ground up just for the Switch? You know, I love the cel shading of this game with the black outlines. It's just something I haven't seen before, and yeah, I just love the work that went into this, and I regret not playing it much sooner, but still a great game worth picking up now and playing now. And finally, I sat down to finish Mario Odyssey. Fantastic game. So it's just been sat in my backlog for ages. I just kind of left it. I know I only had a few bits to go, so I just kind of left it to one side. Finally completed it, and I've never really got on with 3D Mario games. I can always appreciate how good they are, can always appreciate 64, Sunshine Galaxy, can always appreciate how good they are, but for me Mario was a side-scrolling platformer, and I just could never get into those games, whereas with this one, it's something about that hat mechanic, just changes all of that. I've absolutely loved that hat mechanic, and obviously it's so simple. It's such an easy thing to do. Yeah, chuck your hat and change into a different character. It sounds so easy, but Nintendo have kind of really made that transition flawless, and you know, there's no kind of jerky motion of like stop start. It is a pretty quick transition of throw your hat, and it just works so flawlessly. And yeah, it's changed my opinion about 3D Mario games. I don't think I'm going to go and play those old games. I have completed them and played them, but never really enjoyed them, whereas this is the first 3D Mario game that I've really enjoyed finally. And that is my March gaming roundup. So let me know in the comments what you've been playing, or have you picked up any of these new games, or what old games have you picked up? If you're new, hit subscribe, leave a like, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care everyone, thanks for watching, take care.